Of course, she was arrested back on July 27th at an airport in Seattle for domestic violence.
As Newport police arrested her for alleged trespassing.
You've been waiting for someone to tackle this topic so directly, so here it is. In part one, using the recent Sha'Carri, Richardson, and Devon Flanagan incidents, I'll show that it's women's aggression, not their success, that keeps men away. In part two, I'll show how emotional fatigue leads weak men to actually lie and defend aggressive women's behaviors. And in part three, I'll expose the costs of being with those so-called successful women. Listen, we've had almost 500 subscribers in just a few weeks, and for me that's confirmation that this type of content matters. So thank you for being here, and this is just the start. The more men we reach, the louder this conversation gets. I feel really good about this video, and it's lessons like these why I do these deep dives, so you can recognize these situations as they unfold and walk away from undeserving women, regardless of how successful they believe they are, before you're tricked into allowing them to punch you in the face in an airport. So the events of Sha'Carri, Richardson in Seattle and Devon Flanagan in Newport, Rhode Island are case studies in why men are not intimidated by successful women. These weren't harmless differences of opinions, but very public meltdowns by women who confuse hostility with success. Richardson is one of the fastest women in the world. She's a decorated sprinter with NCAA speed records. She has global attention and headlines of praise. Yet in a public terminal at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport, being in the public didn't stop her from repeatedly shoving her boyfriend, Christian Coleman, in front of families and passers-by. Even with body cams rolling, she denied laying a hand on him. Just a few weeks later, across the country, Special Assistant Attorney General Devon Flanagan was arrested after a trespass incident in Rhode Island. Again, another successful woman whose prominence in her community didn't stop her from making headlines for all the wrong reasons. And the common thread is aggression. And when women like this explode in public, it's men who get pulled into the storm, blamed if they push back, and shamed if they walk away. Here's what men have been saying for years. Nobody is scared of successful women. No man with options worries that he can't handle a woman with a nice job or a graduate degree. What men are tired of is the arrogance and entitlement that often comes packaged with women's success. It's the posturing, the privilege, and their belief that professional success translates into a license to be hostile. No, success is not the problem. It's the personality that accompanies it. Respect in relationships is not about how fast she can run, what car she drives, or where she got her law degree. It's about behavior, how she speaks when she's angry. It's whether she escalates to prove her status or carries herself with a quiet stride. What men care about is whether she believes her success gives her the right to treat others like subordinates. And as you know, Richardson's shoves and Flanagan's outburst weren't outliers. Spend just 20 minutes watching dating TikToks and you'll see the same cultural lie. Men avoid successful women because they're intimidated. No, men do not avoid them because they're intimidated. They avoid them because they've seen what comes attached to that so-called success. In the body cam footage, one moment Richardson berated Coleman, calling him a coward.
Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him.
Next, she denied touching him.
I didn't assault him, though.
Then pleaded that she's not a criminal.
I'm not a criminal.
Flanagan's arrest played out in very much the same pattern. Public aggression, emotional impulse, followed by threats.
I'm an 18. But you're going to regret this.
Yeah. And this is why men have stopped debating women who shame them for avoidance. The truth is very, very simple. Men don't walk away because a woman is educated or ambitious. They walk away, or they simply don't show up because they know that peace and respect are worth more than the inflated value of her resume. Richardson's medals didn't make her public behavior acceptable, and Flanagan's job did not justify her vulgarity. So instead of answering, why can't men handle strong women, the real question is, why would they want to?